Stu here with the Raid Shadow Legends 1.14 is live, and if you haven't checked on Discord, we're going to have a fusion tomorrow as well. So I've been having tons of fun streaming all night. There's about 400 people out here watching me, having a good old time, going through the artifact sorting system, going through Lord Chamfort. We've got Richtof the Bold that I have as well. We took Vergus up to 60, played around with him. The artifact sorting system is amazing. I'm so happy to have it, but for this fusion tomorrow, my data mine friend sent me this information showing us what we're going to need for the fusion. Now, I know I put some SGs on here just to be funny, and it looks like an April Fool's joke. Okay, Drake is needed for this fusion. We're going to talk about the fusion. We're going to talk about Drake, and let's also talk about probably, like, nobody's got 4 Drakes lying around. I don't have 4 extra Drakes lying around. I do keep a copy of every champion, every epic champion in my vault for fusions, but I don't even know if I have a copy. I'm pretty sure I've got Drake, but there's no way I'm going to have multiple copies of Drake, right? Especially not 4. So what I'm guessing is that to make these, it's not going to be the same requirement. Like, I'm really guessing it's not going to be the same for every Drake, or if it is, it's going to be very easy, or maybe the event is just not even going to give us rares. It's just going to give us these epic champions. Like, we're going to go through the event, and the drops we're going to get from it are going to be no rares at all. We're not going to have to fuse any rares to do this. We're just going to do something event-wise. You'll get a Drake, get a Drake, get a Drake. And that's it. All these Drakes. Because I have 1 right here. And I think that's it. Yep. Only 1. So there's no way I'm going to have 4. But do believe me, this is real. This is data mined from the client. I've done this many times before. You guys have seen me come out with this information. I've given it to the other content creators before ahead of time, where Polarium would not give us any information because they're just not allowed to, right? If they were allowed to, they would give it to us. But unfortunately, they're not allowed to give it to us, so we have to data mine it, and this is what we have. So 4 legit Drakes to make this new guy. So that is real. Believe me, it is real. I'm gonna bring it down right now, and we're gonna go look at this new champion. Oh yeah, I had Chamfort. Man, I did so much with Chamfort tonight. Tons of fun. I actually drank quite a few beers, so I'm surprised I'm not a little bit tipsy right now. But let's get into it. Let's look at this champion here and see what we have. So the new fusion for tomorrow, within like less than 24 hours of you watching this, is going to be this guy right here. He is like a Brachus lizard. It looks like he's on steroids. He's been doing HGH. I don't know what else. This guy's beefed up, right? He's got a lot of abilities, a crazy amount of basic substats, right? Basic stats. Crazy HP, defense, speed, everything. Look at this accuracy. Accuracy of 70 already on here. Resistance of 90 already. Crazy, right? Very, very crazy. I don't really like this champion that much. I think it's kind of cool what they've done with him, but I'm thinking they're just going to really just give us this champion. I think they're going to let us get those Drakes very easily, and I think this champion's going to kind of be a give me. Now this passive right here, we're going to jump to his passive right away. This passive here is on a 1-turn cooldown, revives Skullsworn with 50% HP, 50% turn meter at the start of each turn. The start of each turn. Now this isn't reviving himself. This is reviving a rare. If there are multiple Skullsworns on the team, only one of them will be revived. Okay, we get that. That's cool, because we could have multiples. So already with his skills, this champion leads me to believe he's really good for Fire Knight, maybe, and then for Faction Wars. But as far as anything else, I don't really see a great, a great spot to put him in. But who knows? You never know. You got to test these things out. Of course, I'm going to make him 60 right away and play him out and try to see where we could use him. We'll go over the rest of his skills in a minute. Let's go look at Skullsworn, though, and see what he is all about. So it's this champion right here, right? Another one that kind of looks similar to what he looks like. I think it's kind of neat to have champions that do this. It's kind of like team up champions, right? Where you have Roto, Sifi, the ones who do things together. So this one, of course, will do things with the legendary. Will bring him back to life every turn. That's pretty insane. So the only way to kill this in arena, and I doubt that we'll ever see with the meta is right now, of course, Rotos would kill this guy and keep him dead, even though he is force. But still, so this guy attacks 2 times, has a 20% chance to place an additional hit, 30% maxed out. That screams Fire Knight, right? Of course, here he places increased speed buff on this champion for 2 turns. Counterattack, again, Fire Knight. This champion gets turn meter every time he crits, fills his champion's turn meter by 50% if this champion kills an enemy. So then we also have speed over here and faction crips. So really not a crazy enemy or crazy champion. Can this champion do damage? Sure. A lot of champions could do damage. We could outfit him to do the most damage we could ever do, because we don't really have to worry about him dying, especially in Fire Knight, because the big brother over here is going to bring him back. bring him back to life because this guy's not going to die. I mean, he's got insane defense, insane HP. He does damage based off of defense. So I'm hoping he can hit hard, right? Right here on his A1, attacks 2 times. Each hit fills his turn meter by 5%. So we'll get a 10% fill. And then has a 30% chance to repeat this skill. Pretty cool. 100% heal reduction debuff on the target for 2 turns if this skill is repeated. Again, reminds me of Fire Knight, right? We're going to do a heal reduction on Fire Knight. Pretty cool. Over here, gives himself a strengthen, so he takes 25% less damage, and then provokes somebody on a 2-turn cooldown, maxed out. This isn't that amazing. We can provoke somebody, cool. We're going to take less damage. He will. It's not an AoE strengthen. It's only he will take less damage. And he's going to provoke somebody on a 2-turn cooldown. Okay, that's cool. We get a little bit of control in there. Whoever is the biggest threat, we provoke them. And then here he does an AoE 100% chance to decrease attack by 50%, which is very good in anything you do, right? Get that up on the boss. Get that up on the waves. You're going to take far less damage. Even in arena, get this up in arena. It's very good. Damage based off of defense. So he's still going to do damage, right? He's still going to come in there, do an AoE, do some, I'm hoping, massive damage, and place the 50% decreased attack. Very, very handy. And then his other passive here is when attacked. This one is very situational. I don't really see this one working out very well. Decrease the attacker's HP, max HP by 5%. Cannot decrease the single enemy's max HP by more than 50%. Occurs once per enemy attack and does not work on bosses. But, so, kind of like a Rotos counter, right? I guess. Lower Rotos. So, could you come in and provoke Rotos, lower his actual, counterattack, his increase of HP? Not really. It's not really going to work out. It will not really work out for you. And yes, he is a better affinity. He is force affinity against Rotos, who is magic. But also this part right here has a 50% chance to place a True Fear debuff on the target whose max HP was decreased by 20%. So that takes like 4 hits to do that. This I don't see working very often. I kind of wish this wasn't like this requirement of already being lowered 4 different times by this guy is not very cool. So True Fear I don't think is going to happen very often no matter what you do. It can't happen on a boss, so we're not going to worry about True Fear in a boss. Maybe in Faction Wars, some of those battles he'll get hit enough to where it can happen as long as it's not a boss. I still don't see this coming into play very often. And then this one right here, I don't see this being that big of a deal either. So this whole passive for me is kind of like, out of the picture until I see it actually working, and we'll be able to test it tomorrow. This one here, bringing Skullsworn back every turn with HP and then a 50% turn meter, is actually pretty cool. Now, if these two can actually do something in arena, it would be pretty amazing. Although, Rotos can kill Skullsworn and keep it dead. Neathwy can kill it. Blood Gorge. A lot of people out there can kill it and keep it dead. We won't have to worry about it. And then how much of a threat is this guy? How much of a threat even is this guy with Skullsworn? Who knows? But it will be fun. It will definitely be fun to find out. And I do like the AoE ability here as long as it does massive damage, lowering the attack. And I like his A1. I really think this is good for Fire Knight. I'm hoping this will be a great champion for Fire Knight. I'm hoping together they can work out well for Fire Knight to help everybody out there in the community who is having long Fire Knight. I kind of wish it had a decreased turn meter here, though, to decrease the turn meter of the Fire Knight. But you let me know. Let me know your thoughts. I think it's a cool champion, but I kind of think it's very, very niche, right? Very situational. I don't really know how well he's going to be, and I'm not really that excited to do it. With him going in there with a rare that is kind of, like whatever rare. But let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you think about this guy, if you think it's going to be great. And again, we're going to have to get these Drakes. That was a no-joke picture. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, we're going to need 4 Drakes. That came straight from the game, just like it always comes from the game. Unless all of a sudden they got really wise and they fed us a fake picture, and they're going to update that picture tomorrow when they go live, which I really doubt. I seriously doubt it. Otherwise, we're going to need 4 of these. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be the same exact rares. Why would they? It would be silly if we needed 4 times 4 of the same rares. They're not going to do that to us. So 100%, I think they're going to do an event, a summoning event, an artifact event, whatever it is that they normally do for the fusion events. And instead of getting a rare at all, we're just going to get 4 times Drakes. Like, we're just going to have 4 events. Each event will give us a Drake, and then we're going to be able to do the fusion. So it's I think it's going to kind of be a give me fusion, as long as it's not too crazy to get these Drakes. One of those 4 to get it might be something insane. You know how they are. They're not always the best at giving out things, but you never know. Lately, with everything going on in the world, global pandemic, everything happening, maybe, Just maybe it's going to be super easy, and they're not going to make one crazy where we have a champion training event where we're going to need, 60K to get that final 4th Drake. So always save your epics. What it comes down to too is always save every copy of an epic. If you get a dupe copy, put it in your vault, because you never know, for Fusion, they come out pretty often that you need a duplicate epic to use, or that you need an epic to use. So always save it. You do never know. But I promise you, this picture is legit. I'm going to flash it up one more time. And this will be the Fusion tomorrow within, now I would say, if you're watching this, probably in 12 hours or less. Yeah, much less. Maybe in 10 hours from now. Whatever they come into work tomorrow, it's going to be going live. So I'm pretty sure they're going to flip it on. And we've got everything else going on. So we're going to see new videos from everybody about all the new fun stuff happening. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning. It is almost midnight my time. So I'm going to get some sleep so we can work on these new videos about the artifact sorting and all the new champions that we have to play with. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time and support. And I will see you guys all on a video soon.